Hi, everyone, and welcome to Discovery Days with the Oklahoma Hall of Fame and Gaylord Pickens Museum. We're so excited you guys are here and can't wait to get started. We want to take a quick moment to say thank you to our sponsors with the Chickasaw Nation and the Inasmuch Foundation for making free family programming in 2021 possible. All right, guys, as you know, this is our museum located here in Midtown, Oklahoma City. We absolutely love this museum and love even more that we get to share it with all of you. Our mission is to tell Oklahoma's story through its people. Every day we work really hard to share the inspiring stories of Oklahomans with all generations because we believe that Oklahomans are changing the world. That includes all of you. We can't wait to see how you better the world that we live in. Today, our Oklahoma Hall of Fame member feature is that of Mattie O. Watts-Kimes. After moving with her husband to Enid, Oklahoma, and establishing a grocery store, Kimes began painting, and she specifically painted scenes of northeastern Oklahoma. Her scenes of the landscapes reflected her love for the land and the area. She had a great desire to help young people succeed and was sponsored by the Enid Fine Art Club, of which she was an honorary member. All right, guys, so we're going to jump in, and with focusing on her love of the Oklahoma land we're going to jump in with a book called I Love Mountains. All right, I'm going to switch this over so you guys can all see the book as I read along. All right, this is I Love Mountains. All right. So this one's actually kind of a sing-along. So we're going to go through it and look at all the pictures of the different areas. I love the mountains. I love the rolling hills. She's rolling down the hill. I love the flowers. I love the daffodils. This looks like a very pleasant time, right? Laying under a tree. I love the fireside when all the lights are low. They're roasting s'mores in this one again. We're sensing a theme lately, aren't we? Boom, diddy, boom, diddy, boom, diddy, boom. I love the ocean. I love the open sea. You guys see this animal, the seal? I love the forest. I love the bumblebees. She's got a bumblebee on her nose. I think that would scare me a little bit. I love the stars above when night turns into day. You're using a telescope. Has anyone ever used a telescope before? It's a lot of fun. Boom, diddy, boom, diddy, boom, diddy, boom. I love the sunshine. I love the butterflies. I love the wind. I love the wind blow. I love the river flow. Just bouncing, crossing a log. They did that in our story last week too, didn't they? I love the city lights when the moon is high. Boom, diddy, boom, diddy, boom, diddy, boom. I love the daisies. I love the sugar peas. I love the meadows. I love the summer breeze. We're familiar with that summer breeze here in Oklahoma, aren't we? I love to walk on by, my head up in the sky. Boom, diddy, boom, diddy, boom, diddy, boom. Well, what a fun story about all the different landscapes that we get to see around the world and how much those all mean to each one of us. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and jump in with our craft today. So the first thing we need is a big piece of construction paper. Mine is blue, but it can be whatever color you want. We are also going to need I have a little white circle here that I'm going to color. And then I've also got a bunch of tissue paper here. And you can use construction paper if that's what you've got too. All right, so I'm gonna lay all of this out here. Make sure I've got everything out of my kit. Perfect. I've also got a white crayon that's gonna come in handy today. Okay, so we're gonna be making our own landscape. So I'm gonna make mountains, but you can use your tissue paper however you want to. So the first thing I'm gonna do, and I'm not gonna use my scissors on this part. I'm gonna cut it a little bit at some point to fit on my paper. But what I think I'm actually gonna do is I'm just gonna rip this a little bit to make a mountain shape. But I wanna make sure it's wide enough. All right. So I've got my first one. I'm gonna glue this one down. I'm gonna use my scissors. All right, here we go. I'm gonna use my scissors to cut this so it'll fit a little bit better. And I've got a little bit more room here. Okay, set that aside. So I'm going to put glue where my paper is going to go. So it started about up here. And I'm going to put glue all over this. That way I can glue this down and it'll stick no problem. Okay. Okay, there's that first one. And I might need to go back and add some more glue, but I can do that right now. Just put some more glue under here, like so. Okay, so I've got my first one. I'm gonna keep using different colors to make different mountain shapes. So here's gonna be my next one. Set that aside there. All right, so I'm gonna glue this one down. I'm gonna rip this bottom part off along here. And remember, you get to make it look however you want. So I'm gonna put glue on here now. I'm just putting the glue on top of the red. Okay. So we're gonna make what looks like our own landscape. So mine's gonna be a little like a mountain range. Got that down. Okay, so the next color I'm going to use is, I'm going to use purple here. And I'm going to keep this edge up here. Okay, set that aside. Do that one just like that. So I know where I want it. So I'm going to lift this up and put glue down here. Okay. I'm going to lay that down. Add some more glue. Right. We're using lots and lots of glue today. Okay, now we're just going to lay that out and press it down. Add a little bit more glue. Okay, so the next color I'm going to use is purple, and I'm going to make the purple a little bit longer here. Okay. So I'm going to glue the purple down like that. And remember, there is no rhyme or reason to how I'm doing this. I'm just kind of laying it out and seeing what I like and what I think looks good. All right, I'm going to grab some more glue here. Okay. All right, so we're just gonna lay that out there. All right, and my last color is the green. So set my glue stick down. And the green happens to be my favorite color, which is kind of why I saved it for last. Okay, so now I'm gonna take the green. I'm gonna put the green just like that. So lift this up. Okay, lay that out just like that. Now I'm gonna add some glue here. Okay, there we go. Looks like I need a little bit more glue up here at the top. Okay, perfect. So now, I'll show you guys a trick because I want it to be the same size as my blue paper. So I'm gonna flip it over. You see how I've got all of these edges here? So I'm just gonna come in and I'm just gonna cut these right along the edge of my paper. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing along this edge here. All right, and one more time along this edge. There we go. Perfect. Move this stuff out of the way. All right, and now I've got the start of my own landscape. So the other thing I'm going to add is I'm going to take this white circle and I am going to glue it down. So I'm just going to put glue all over the back of it. There's that. Perfect. Now I'm going to take a yellow crayon and I'm going to color it and make it my sun. And if you wanted to leave it white, you could do it and make it your moon, and then you could draw some stars and stuff using the white crayon. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to add a little bit of red to it because then I'll make it kind of orange, because when we mix red and yellow, we get orange, right? It's a little bit difficult with crayon, but that's okay. So I'm going to draw some rays coming off of it. All right. Okay, so there is my sun. And now I'm going to take my white crayon and I'm going to draw some clouds. And I like the big puffy clouds. And that's what I'm going to draw. And then I'm going to come back and color mine in, I think. Draw three overlapping clouds here. All right, so I'm going to color my clouds in. And like I said, you can also draw, you could also come in and draw, if you wanted to make it a night scene, you could also draw stars with your white crayon or your yellow crayon. All right, color these in. Okay, I'm gonna color this last cloud in. All right, so there is my landscape. And if I wanted to, I could come in and I could draw some animals or some birds or anything like that. All right, I'm gonna stop sharing this so I can see everybody. So this is my landscape. It's hard to see some of the colors now, but that's okay. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me today. I had so much fun with all of you and I can't wait to do it again. Bye.